welcome to our show, Karate and You. I'm your host, Master Art Beins. Before we begin today's program, I'd like to explain again about Karate and You. It was not designed specifically just to promote United States Black Cat Kempo, but to promote all styles of the martial arts. So we may all unite in a common cause to help improve our country and make it a happier, healthier, safer place in which to live. And that is exactly what these next 2 weeks of shows are dedicated to, the martial arts. And one of the gentlemen that will be covering in these 2 shows is Grand Master Jhoon Rhee. We'll have excerpts from the seminars that we had approximately 2 months ago, and we had a really terrific turnout, about 150 people. And for the people who were not fortunate enough to make that particular seminar, we'll be showing you little pieces so you can get an idea as to what Master Rhee's commitment is all about and see exactly and hear exactly what his philosophies and some of his points of view are. On today's show, I'd like to introduce 2 of my very special guests. The first gentleman to my left, Mr. Mike Abruzzi, and he is the chief instructor from the Golden Tiger Karate Academy in New Brunswick. And the gentleman, North Brunswick. Okay, I'm sorry. And the gentleman to my left, a familiar face, Master Rick Herbster from the Rising Sun Karate Academy in Toms River, New Jersey. Okay, both these gentlemen did attend the Jhoon Rhee seminar in Lakewood, and we'll be talking back and forth with them and reiterating on some of the points and highlights of the seminar. Okay, for some of you people who are not familiar with Grand Master Rhee, he's the chief instructor of the Jhoon Rhee Institute, and he also is the chief president of the World Martial Arts Congress for Education in Washington, D.C. So I think you're really going to enjoy the show. So without any further ado, I'd like you first to turn on your VCRs, sit back, and enjoy this interesting and informative show.
Well, it was 1956 when I first came from Korea as a Korean Army officer to get a 6 months training in San Marcos, Texas. When I first landed in San Francisco airport, many things surprised me. First of all, flood of automobiles. In Korea, right after the Korean War, if you see 3 or 4 sedans together, then everybody say, boy, something very important thing is going on there. When I landed in San Francisco airport, I saw literally tens of thousands of automobiles. I was sure very, very important thing going on there. That's not all. When I went downtown, magnificent skyscrapers, beautiful women drivers. They say women drivers are dangerous. I didn't see that. I just saw the beautiful ladies inside the car. Then even Coke machine, which was smarter than me, it can change. Well, above all, when I came to Austin, Texas, then I had to go to San Marcos, which is 28 miles away from there. On the bus, I realized I lost one of my luggage. I forgot to take with me. I didn't lose. I forgot. I had 4, but I just took 3. It was too late to go back to San Marcos, the bus terminal, so I had to wait all day. Next morning, when I went back, I found my luggage was still waiting for me in a bus terminal. Today, can we expect that? Impossible. Today, we are living in a society where when you close your eyes, people steal your nose. We do not realize how serious the world is. And so I decided do something about it. Oh, Jhoon, you are only one man. That's right, I'm only one person. But if everybody try to make better of yourself, I think the world will be a million times better than what it is today. When I was a young boy, the reason I was taking martial arts was because I was one of the smallest in my peer groups. I was uncoordinated. When I had a track race, I was always last or second to the last because I was slow. I never had the confidence in myself. As a result, everybody bothered me. There were about 5 boys and girls really bothered me. Even girls bothered me because I was so weakling. One day I decided to take martial art. About a couple years later, I had an opportunity to use it. I closed my eyes and I swung anyway I wanted to. Somehow it landed on the eyes of my opponents. And I won the fight. There was one guy really always bothered me. That was not my opponents. The second, the worst enemy I had, was the one I had to fight, and I won. After that fight, the word got around among my friends. Everybody left me alone, including the guy who really bothered me 24-hour basis. The guy who always bothered me the most was a guy, you already know him. His name is none other than Jhoon Rhee. I'd like to start with a demonstration. I'd like to see those who have black belts. I'd like to find somebody who did not take seminar and black belt, raise hand. Okay, would you come just a minute? And way back there, you two black belts didn't take seminar. Because anybody take my seminar, they're my friends. You see, I don't want to use my friends. Now, I like to show you. You know, whenever the young people see $100 bills, they get motivated, right? Here's one. You know, if I have to defend myself in the street, I will never say which weapon is going what targets. But I'm going to tell them that I'm going to use my right hand or left hand, depending on which one they want to use, and I will be attacking on the face, and he will be ready to block hands like this, and if he touch my fist, this $100 bill is going to be theirs, whoever block it. So, would you come over here just a minute? Don't look at you yellow belt, the beautiful lady, you. You hold his hand. How much is that? She says $100. Now, would you come over here just a minute? Okay, everybody gonna have 2 chances. 1 out of the 2 chances you touch my arm, that money's gonna be yours. All right, if in case you win, don't worry, I have some more here. All right, which hand do you, right or left?
Right, sir.
Okay, right, so, all right, you have your hands right here. Okay, ready to block, and when I throw my punch like this, all you gotta do is just block it. Okay, let me practice. This is a practice. Ready? That's it. Okay, ready? Boy, don't get so nervous. You can enjoy 2 at the same time. Boy, he's holding money with 2 hands like this. You respect that money, that $100 bill so much, don't you? All right, ready?
Sir.
You're blocking, ready? Okay, that's 1. Number 2. Come in. Thank you. All right, right hand or left hand? Left. All right, ready? Boy, he's... I'm scared. All right, ready? All right. Ooh, one more time. All right, ready? took my seminar?
You called me over, I just came.
All right, ready? Right, left hand?
Yes, sir.
All right, ready. One more time. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my money. Thank you very much. I like to share a story of my personal experience with my son. I read a book called The Making of George Washington. I found a paragraph which said, every time George Washington's father walked in the house, 9-year-old George Washington always stood up. Why do you think he did it? Respect. How do you know that? I didn't know American children knew that. Then how come today we do not teach our young children when parents walk in to stand up, when teachers walk in to stand up, but they all stand up when judges walk in to make sure you don't go to jail? Who needs more respect? Teachers for children or judges from the people? Why don't we teach that to our children? So when I found that out, I called my little son, 15-year-old son. This was about 6 years ago. I showed my son the paragraph. You know, I thought American custom was not to stand up for parents, but I just found out the traditional American custom by George Washington. Every time Daddy walked in, he stood up. And I told him I stood up for my own father in Korea. Then how come you don't stand up for me? He didn't say much. I said, now you know we're supposed to stand up for parents for respect. He said, Daddy, it's going to be awkward. For 15 years he didn't teach me that. It's going to be awkward to do that. I told him, it is going to be awkward not to once you get to use the new way. So he agreed to try. So next day I was very anxious to see my son standing up for me for the first time in my life. So I came home 5 hours earlier than normal time. Usually martial artists come home about 10 o'clock at night. But I came home next day 5 o'clock because I was so anxious to see my son standing up for the first time. When I peeped through the window, I noticed my son was watching television. When I went in, I slammed the door, make sure he heard me. He goes, he went back to television. He all forgot about his promise. But it was not totally disappointed because my little dog stood up for me. So I told my son, you know, this dog never went to kindergarten, never went to high school, never promised me, but he stand up for me. It is the universal body language for respect. That's right. Bowing is not Oriental custom. It is universal body language for respect. That's why, although Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, these singers, when they sing, when people applaud, they all bow like this. Even though they never learned that from home, but spontaneously they are reacting like that. People bowing to the Queen in England, that's not Oriental country. And so bowing, which we practice in martial art, is not Eastern custom. It's a universal body language for respect, including dog society. That's right. And so, whenever you come studio, I know you bow to the studio, to your instructors, but slowly, give a try at home. I know anything that is good in studio should be good in home, should be good in your school, everywhere it should be good. And so, when you respect somebody, it doesn't hurt you.
Hi, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that part of the show. Well, fellas, what do you think of Grandmaster Rhee's speed?
Phenomenal at that age.
56 years old, you believe that?
Amazing. I wish I could be like that at that age.
It's really amazing. Every time I see it, I can't believe it. I've seen him do it over and over again, and I wish I could be that fast right now.
Yeah, plus it'd be nice to get that $100, huh?
I've never seen anyone get it yet.
No.
We've been to
Well,
many seminars.
I'll never forget what Master Rick said. You know, he'll be faster 50 years from now because he'll have more practice. So maybe there's still hope for us.
People don't realize either that prior to this seminar, Master Rhee gave that 3-day seminar at our studio, 24 hours. I mean, we were up at 6 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock at night. I mean, it was just a terrific seminar, and I don't know where the guy gets all that energy from.
I was exhausted after that. And he went on to continue that for another 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really something.
Oh, I was, I think I slept for about 3 days after that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's had a tremendous influence on me since I've met him in the last 2.5 years. That's why I really enjoy Grandmaster Rhee, because, you know, all the experience I've had over the years, the last 20 some odd years, I've never really met somebody who really not only has the physical attributes, but as well as the philosophical points of view. And that's why I really enjoy just listening to
It's a wonderful combination. It's not found in many people.
Well, that's about all the time we have. Sit back. We're going to pause for a break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, and I hope you have your VCRs working properly, because the seminar that you're going to be seeing is very, very important. Very few people get an opportunity to see these types of activities. Also, don't forget, next week we're going to be showing you the same thing. Now, what I would like to do is introduce the next part of the Grandmaster Jhoon Rhee seminar, which the speech will be on happiness. So sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
Happiness only comes from emotion. Another human emotion making me happy. 99% of our happiness comes from another human being, my wife, my children, my friends. Also, 99% of my misery comes sometimes from my wife, my children, my friends. And so, things does not make you happy or sad. Things make you comfortable and maybe uncomfortable if you don't have it. And so in order to be happy, we have to make other people happy. So when are you happy the most? Let me ask you that question. Yes? That's right. But when you make people happy, they do something. They love you, right? In other words, you are happy because you are loved. You are loved because you are beautiful. You are beautiful because you have Mary Kay and Avon on your face. You are beautiful, really beautiful, because that too, but more important thing is because you are living by the truth. Beauty in heart is what it counts the most. So when you live by truth, truthful way of life, then you become a beautiful person. When you become a beautiful person, you are loved. When you are loved, you become happy. That's how you get happiness. So when you are a liar, you become ugly. When you are ugly, people hate you. When people hate you, you are sad and unhappy. That's right. So that's the simple truth. So our founding fathers had a good idea. Benjamin Franklin said, "I believe in one God, the creator of the universe. He governs it by his providence, that he ought to be worshipped. That the most acceptable service we render to him is in doing good to his other children. You see, we sometimes, honoring the Creator, we forget the people. You see, the most acceptable service we render to him is in doing good to the other children. It's very easy to say, I honor him. Why? Because he never asked you. He never talked back to you. But it's not easy to say, I love everybody, because everybody will question, what did you do to love everybody? Unless you really love. And so, in order to be happy, we must make fellow men happy. We have a certain value. Let me just demonstrate. I have a lot of stuff in my pocket. I have a little keys, coin, I have a pocketbook, I have a watch, I have a ring, I have everything that I carry have a certain value. And that value is determined by the purpose. Everything I carry has some purpose. I have a tissue paper. What's the purpose of a tissue paper? Yes. Huh? Blowing up. Is that right? Okay. Now I carry it until I use for the purpose. Now after purpose is done, do I need this anymore? So what I do, I just throw it away. Now we know why so many young people are committing suicide. They cannot find the value and purpose. So they say, there's no reason for me to stay here. So they commit suicide. So it is our responsibility to really make it clear to the young people's mind, you have a purpose and you have value. That's right. Let me see what kind of value we have. If you compare a little pebble in the street, okay, use the tissue paper, and here's a little beautiful flowers. Which has more value? Flowers. All right. How about between the flowers and a little fish in a fish tank? Why is that? Or how about between the fish and your dog? I guess the dog. Because he has a more emotional communication with you, you see? How about between the dog and your child? In other words, the more things that resemble to the human life, the more value there is, right? And then we say, I don't know what my value is. Isn't it odd? Let me tell you, the human value was supposed to be the absolute value. There is nothing more value than human value. From there, all other values are supposed to be determined. Just like in the monetary system, gold values, gold standard, we can determine other values from there. So far, we don't know what human value is, so as a result, we are all confused. As a result, throughout the human history, we have been spinning our wheel of lives. You'll agree? I'm sure I'm saying something to you. And so, we should teach our young children, from young children, you are born winner to be happy. That's right. You are born winner to be happy. You know why I claim I am born winner? Because when I was conceived by my mother, there were 300 million sperm cells competed against each other to come out this world. I am one of the first place winner as I'm here. You see, what could be more winner than that?
And happiness, as you all know, is something that we all want to strive for in our lives. Learn a few kicks, meet some new friends, and at the same time, discover some of the rewards that we were blessed with. One of the rewards is giving. By giving, you in turn experience one of the most gratifying experience that we were ever blessed with. At this time, we're going to be wrapping it up. I'd like to say thank you for inviting us into your home. This is Master Art Beins, Master Rick Herbster, Sensei Mike Abruzzi. Until we meet again, have a happy, healthy, and safe day. And remember, the biggest obstacle in life is yourself. Overcome it, you achieve the greatest accomplishment of all. This can only be achieved, however, through a balanced education that pertains through knowledge of the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body. Thank you.
If you're interested in learning more about our show, Karate and You, please contact Grandmaster Art Beins at karateandyou@toogoodtv.com. Art Beins, Karate and You, dedicated to your achievement.